Hey guys, how's it going? I am doing one more grocery haul. This is my every Monday thing. We pick up groceries over the weekend and then I share it with you guys on Mondays. We did do grocery pickup again for Sam's Club and Walmart, actually and Target. Everything was pickup this week. I do have a couple extra thoughts on that I will share with you guys at the end along with the totals while everything else is getting put away. But first, let me run through this. I'll show you everything we got. We'll talk about the rest of that in just a minute. Here is everything we got this week. Starting on this end, we have 2 boxes of chocolate checks. It's been just a little while since we got any of that. I did tell the kids and you guys that last week was the last week that we were going to be getting the Fruity Pebbles for a little while. We did not make any more Rice Krispie treats with it. It was just used as cereal. The bags in there are not very big, and with this many people, it does not take long to disappear. So that went pretty quickly. We do have 2 bags of the cheesy garlic bread. Several of the kids realized that they liked that or remembered that they liked that, so we got those last time. We are probably going to be sitting on these for a little while. I really debated between getting 1 or 2 of those bags. And as is, we've got at least 2.5 more bags of the pickle chips left still. So this will actually probably last us the rest of June between this and what we've got. So went ahead and got those. Anyhow, moving back here, we've got both the spicy and the regular chicken sandwiches. This is kind of becoming the current favorite with most of the kids as far as freezer meals go. Hotter days and being on the go, we do use a little bit more for the freezer meals. So restocked on those. We do have plenty of other stuff in the freezer yet. I know we've got frozen burritos, some cheeseburgers left, maybe some pizzas. So we are pretty good there. Just needed to get more of those chicken sandwiches. We have got a thing of bell peppers, which actually look pretty good this week. I debated whether to get 2 or just 1. Last time I got the green peppers, it turned out they were actually a little soft and not that great. And I'd gotten 2 bags and part of them went to waste. And I really dislike that. So I hesitated this week whether to get 1 or 2 of the colored peppers to go with fajitas, and so I just got the 1. It'll still be plenty though for what we're gonna have. I got a thing of asparagus just because, you know, it's the right season for it. So I figured it would be hard for them to screw that up. Really excited to make that. Not something we love all the time, but definitely like it from time to time. Bag of frozen chicken breasts. We did have some of the shredded chicken in the crock pot recently, so we needed to get more of that. That is another really easy summer meal to make. You cook it in the crock pot all day. Does not heat up the house like the oven, but you've got fresh, cooked, hot food that can also be eaten cold too. So after you cook it, you shred it, throw it in the fridge. You've got some cold chicken for sandwiches. The fajita chicken, guys, this just makes this easy. It's actually really well seasoned. These are usually dated out a little ways, or we can throw them in the freezer. But I will slice up those peppers and an onion, saute all of that. We'll put it all with the fajita meat and throw that in some tortilla shells. So that is just something we like to do. Really quick over here, we've got 2 of the beef summer sausages. Those are for those homemade Lunchables that we do from time to time. And again, summer, really nice, easy meal for that. We've got a thing of the spinach artichoke dip. It's been a little while since we had that. Another cool item that I thought would be great for the summer. We've really had this heat wave recently. So temperature was on my mind when I was doing the shopping this week. 3 things of the vegan Hellmann's mayonnaise. We do get the vegan because it does not have egg in it, which means whatever we make, our kiddo with an egg allergy can eat it also. It does not have the exact same flavor as regular mayonnaise, but it's actually something that this particular one we have all find we really don't mind the flavor of. So that is pretty good. We've had some in the past that were like, oh, okay, we're good without that. This one's pretty good. 1 jug of the almond breeze. This, I actually had 2 in my cart at Walmart. Checked out with it. We went to pick up the order. They said that it was unavailable, so they did not have any with the order. I checked on the app. It said they had some in store. So after getting our pickup order, we ran in and they only had that one. But guys, I don't know. Walmart substitutions do not work. I'll actually run through that at the end so I can keep moving on this here. But I will tell you guys what happened with all of that. We did get the canned chicken breast. Not something we buy too often. We used to get that more often. But several of the kids really do like chicken salad, and along with that mayonnaise there, this is a way to do it. We're not buying those whole roaster chickens right now or the fryer chickens, because Shawn is working so much. And again, it just heats up the house too much. So I decided to go ahead and get the canned. When you use it in a chicken salad, it's not bad, guys. Not my first go-to, but it's really not bad. We do have a 10-pound bag of yellow potatoes. Usually a 10-pound bag lasts us for 1 to 2 meals. So that's just what we go through for potatoes. We've got 2 freezer meals back there for myself. A thing of the Annie's mac and cheese cups right there. That is for our kiddo with braces, because if she overcooks it just slightly, those noodles are really easy to eat. We have got a big bag of powdered sugar. We actually ran out of the last stuff. So we've got that there. 3 bunches of bananas that did get tapped into. Those came from Target, and then the apples came from Family Fare. I actually picked all of that up yesterday and had kids in the car. We'd been out and about, and so we ended up having to break into the apples and the bananas for the little ones in the van while we were driving, because they just were not going to make it all the way home. We've got a case of applesauce. I do have a case with the 3 flavors of bubbly from Sam's Club, as well as 3 cases of water from Walmart, because Sam's Club said that they were out of their big cases that we normally get. And again, being summer, we usually take those bottles with us when we go places, so we don't have to worry about kids losing the other water bottles or anything like that. So anyhow, guys, there is all of that stuff. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flip this, run through those totals, and tell you guys about the almond milk and kind of my thoughts on where we're at with the grocery orders. Okay, guys, so while they are finishing putting all of that away, my thoughts on the grocery order really quick. So we did do Sam's Club, Walmart, and Target. I am finding the more we move into summer, the harder and harder it is to actually order the fresh produce, just because things are so iffy when they come out here in general, because of how far things have to be shipped, that it's really hit or miss. It depends whether the stuff I'm ordering has recently come in fresh on a truck, or if it's been sitting there for a week. It also just depends on the absolute weather outside. If it's really hot out, there are certain things that just don't really tolerate that. So it's really iffy. That part is really hard for me, and I'm not fully sure how to balance that with the grocery ordering, because I am very picky about the produce. Ultimately, I think I just have to go in and get that stuff myself. But for the summer, I am also going to somewhat shift a lot of that. That's why I got the applesauce cups and stuff. We will do alternatives for as much as we can. The stuff that I know is going to be in season, there shouldn't be any issue, like asparagus. That stuff keeps for a while, so I shouldn't have any issues ordering that. The peppers, you know, that's going to be hit or miss. And if I'm not going to be able to go in to get them myself, I'll take my chances, but otherwise. As for the almond milk at Walmart, that one was a little frustrating. Guys, I've always heard about how great Walmart is about their substitutions if they don't have something that's in stock. Well, I get the big gallon jugs. They said they were out of stock. We ran inside because the app said that was not true. And they had one. They didn't have more than that, but they did have one in their cooler that we could get. They also had the smaller cartons. And from what I've heard from everybody before, typically they would take like 2 of the cartons and substitute one, for one of the jugs. They didn't do that. But my experience really was not that they did any substitutions. They just said it was unavailable, and that was it. I am assuming when they picked the grocery order, maybe they were actually out, because I did place that yesterday morning or the night before. I don't actually remember. So maybe they were out somewhere in there when they actually went to pick it, and then they restocked. I don't really know, but I do know that they had a jug in the coolers at the time we picked up the order when they said it was unavailable. I had ordered 2. There was only 1 in the cooler. They did not substitute. So I don't know what to think about that. It is a little frustrating when I still have to run in the store to get the things that I ordered that they said that they couldn't get. But I don't know. Guys, at the moment, I'm going to tell you too, it's late. It's after 8 o'clock because we did a late pickup today just because of the way the schedule was going to work out. And so maybe I'm just getting a little grumpy. I don't know. But either way, that is that. Our grand total, I have to double check, $273.88. That does actually include a couple things you guys didn't see. I did get kombuchas yesterday when we stopped at Family Fair and got the apples, but those are actually out in the garage fridge, and I decided not to drag them back in for it. When I placed the Target order for the bananas and the Annie's mac and cheese cups, there is actually part of that order that is being shipped because it was not available in store. One of that is another thing of the mac and cheese cups in a different flavor. Another one is actually the Sir Kensington's mayonnaise. That way we have a mayonnaise that has a more classic taste. It does have eggs in it though, so we can't use it for our egg allergy kiddo. But they have it in a squeeze bottle now on Target's website. So I ordered that, as well as I actually had to order kids Dramamine. Because being summer, we take drives up through the hills and stuff, and we get a couple kids that get car sick. So I like to keep that on me, and I realized I was pretty much out. So I had to get more of that as well. Those things are being shipped to us. I didn't have them here to show you guys, but they did come out of this week's budget. Either way, we still stayed under budget. Last week, we never did go get the apples or anything else. So the totals I gave you last week, that stood. That is exactly where it was at. I only grabbed about 8 apples this week because I wasn't sure just how much we would go through. We do still have a few mandarin oranges. Turns out my kids are not a big fan of the whole mandarin oranges. They prefer the cuties or canned mandarin oranges. So, yeah, you live and you learn. You figure it out. But either way, that's what we've got. Guys, that is our groceries for this week. That is what we are going to use to feed our crazy crew of 9. Plus whoever extra shows up at our house at the end of next week. So right about the time I'm doing the next haul, we are going to have a respite placement for a couple little kiddos because that is what we're doing at the moment. And that is something I'm going to have to fill you guys in on in another video because, you know, a couple more updates as far as all of the fostering and all of that goes. In the meantime, guys, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.